Hello, guys. It's me, the very first member of the council that you'll ever see. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that I really never planned on talking about. Probably because it's because of the nature of what this is. So, as one of the few members, one of the strongest members of the council, let me show you what I'm going to show you. Today we're going to be talking about the beacon history of uh, of the World Trade Center towers. We're going from the we're going to look at the original two, and then we're going to look at the new one. So yeah, this here's a pretty touchy this is a pretty touchy thing to talk about. So that's the reason why I never made a video of this before, because it feels like every time you even say anything about the World Trade Center towers, it feels like you're committing a crime against humanity. That's what it feels like nowadays. If you really can't say anything bad about the towers, or somebody being like, how dare you disrespect that incident, millions of people died then. So that's why I don't like to talk about it on YouTube, because um because I don't want to get into all that crap. There's also some World Trade Center tower enthusiasts out there. Um I don't want to be an enthusiast of this, because because eventually, if I was an enthusiast, I would eventually um, dig into the deeper stuff, and eventually find the conspiracy theories that are just the those stupid conspiracy theories. It's like hard to, like, the conspiracy, for some reason it was hard to say for some reason. But yeah, I don't want to dig into that, because it's because of its nature. If you say anything bad about these towers, it feels like if you it just makes you feel like a giant idiot. You know. Um, I told me and my family are watching Home Alone 2, and there's one scene where the kid was on one of the two original towers, and you're able to see an incandescent as well from when the cameraman zooms out, or the helicopter, because it was like it's just when he zooms out, you're able to see an incandescent stuff. I was just like, man, it would be so nice if I was able to see that. So I was just like, I wish the towers were still alive. It would be nice to just go up there and see the view, and then see the beacons too. And right when I said that, my sister literally like pointed 5,000 guns to my head, and just like, how dare you say that? How dare you just want them to be back because they're beacons? It's like stupid. So yeah, never again. Man, already 3 minutes wasted on explaining why I don't talk about this. I'm not too sure which tower is considered to be the first one. Looks like in this order, you got you got the one without the antenna, the one with the antenna, and then you got the new one with the antenna. I keep on hearing stuff. Thanks to a little help from Merzen in Discord. He told me that the first World Trade Tower is the one with the TV antenna. So that's the first one we're going to be looking at. I like the detail of this picture. They even added the beacons. They added the beacons even on top. It's nice. It's pretty cool. All right, yeah, we're going to be talking about my favorite one. The first one with the antenna is my favorite. Is my favorite tower out of all three towers. All right, so back then, before it got its giant antenna, it used to have a smaller antenna on it. This smaller antenna, I don't know what it was used for, but it's probably an AM or FM tower antenna. And I seen a video of the big antenna being lifted up on a tower. I don't know when that was. If I had to guess, it was probably like I don't know, probably 80s, early 80s. I don't know. So but I remember seeing a video of the tall antenna on this tower being lifted up and built and stuff. And right when they were lifting up the top part of it, I seen this little tower, and it had I, I seen it had an old school incandescent. So that's one of the first. So yeah, that's a beacon that this tower had. And then after the taller antenna was built, the smaller antenna was taken down, probably because the guide wires were in the way, and it'll look better if the tall antenna was just the only thing there and not the smaller one. I have a feeling that the big antenna was meant to replace this one here. So yeah, and there's also four incandescents on each side of the tower. I don't know if that was original to the tower when it was first built or not, but that's why I know. And there are no incandescents on the side of the building. So that's what it used to look like before it had its big antenna. After its big antenna was lifted onto the tower, nothing really changed. Yep. But but yeah, there's that. There's a video of this too, so I'm going to show you the video. It shows the people constructing the antenna. I have found a video that show. I found an old video of the tower, and there's a little helicopter part that in the thumbnail you're able to see the four incandescents on the side of the tower flashing. So I mean, every time I see a plane around the towers, man. But out of the, here I'm going to try to find where it shows the top of the tower. Okay, so I think I was wrong about the helicopter part. It looks like there's it looks like the guy was on the other tower and filmed the tower with the antenna, I'm guessing. But there it is. Yeah, there's the top. You're only able to see it for a glimpse, and the camera was shaky too, so it wasn't the best. And this is a low quality camera too, since this was like, I'm guessing, the 90s. Oh, and I forgot to mention the tower actually has markers on it too. Like there's a few antennas here and there, like very very small ones that had markers and stuff. I'm pretty sure both towers had them. It looks like in this video they work, but I'm pretty sure the markers don't work anymore. Well, pretty sure on its final years the markers were shut off. I don't think they were needed anymore because there's like four incandescents on the side of the tower. Oh, and since the towers were built in the 70s, I believe they're old school incandescents. So yeah, and this tower never wielded a strobe in its entire life until I don't know, probably late 90s or like 2000 or 2001. I don't know, around that time I would guess. Alright, I found the video where the antennas are getting constructed, and the thumbnail helped me remember that there's actually more than one tower on the building before the tall antenna was built. Here's a thumbnail to the video. Yep, I completely forgot that there was like two more towers that existed on the building before the tall antenna was built. So two more. I meant to actually say one more because I'm pretty sure that middle tower is actually a crane because of how it's four-legged, and cranes are four-legged. And the pattern, the paint pattern, the stripes are way too small to be an actual tower. As you can see, the other tower that I know of, I think that's the limit to as many. Well, that's the limit to how small the stripes are supposed to be. I'm pretty sure. So as you can see, we got one thing that has antennas that look like cell antennas, but cell phones didn't exist then. And as you can see on the top, it looks like there's an incandescent. as on it too. So I would still imagine an incandescent being on the taller tower of the two, because of how it's taller than the one with the incandescent that you can see now. So yeah, and then the crane. I bet the crane had some sort of marker on it, maybe. Hopefully. All right, we're going to sit through this video. Hopefully that wasn't copyright music. So you got these people. They're lifting up the antenna, and as you can see, this is a part where I tell you what beacon, what the original beacon was to this tall antenna. The original beacon to the antenna was an old school incandescent. You can see it and all of that stuff. And they're even carrying it with a flag. I wonder if that's how they built towers back then. If so, I hope they still do that today, because that's pretty cool. That's like a it's a cool thing to add on when you're lifting up tower pieces. So yeah, it just proves that this is American made. So there's the incandescent and all of that. Hey, did any of you guys did you know what incandescent old school incandescent beacons remind me of? They remind me of they remind me of pins. They do. It's as tall. It looks like it. It looks silver from a distance, and in a low quality video like this too, they look like it. It's like the pin, the pin tip on a tower, basically. So there it is. There's being lifted up. There's the tower itself with its new antenna. And sadly, it looks like right after the tower was built, or probably during the tower, or during, I don't know, but the two towers on it previously are now dead. They have removed them, sadly. It would be nice if they like moved them over somewhere, but the small one I can see them moving it over closer to the edge, but the other one had guy wires, and that's the spot that's in was like the only spot it could be in other than the middle, because if not, then there would be no guy wires to hold one end down. So the tower would topple during in high winds, and since this is like a tall tower, the strong winds are up there and stuff. They're stronger up in the sky, and these towers are these towers are considered skyscrapers too. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, they're way up into the sky, but you're still able to see them and everything. So yeah, you wouldn't want a guide tower with half the guide wires on this tower. It just wouldn't be possible. I found an entire playlist of videos of the two towers at night, and you're able to see the incandescent flashing on the antenna. So I'm going to show you that. Oh, and this video was actually made in 1998 too. So if the strobes were added, they would probably be like 1999 or 2000, and maybe 2001. But I would guess it was probably a 2000 thing. Probably like one of the late, it's like one of those later replacements. This beacon here is a 90s strobe, and they lasted up until in the middle 2000s because of one beacon, and I'll show you that later. But I probably already gave away what beacon it is to you all. So let's just see the video. As you can see, it's a flash. It's flashing, and its flash rate is faster than the normal incandescent flash rate. It's it's a faster one, but it's not as fast as that one tower by Price Chopper. It's very close to my house. It used to have a messed up incandescent, that would flash very fastly. It would flash very fastly, and then it'll go into to the stationary mode here and there and here and there, and then it'll go back to normal. It'll do that over and over again. I don't know what was wrong with that tower, but I mean the beacon, but it was replaced with a night mode only LED, sadly. So I wasn't able to make a video of it, but I don't even know why I'm talking about it right now since this video is about much taller towers than that one. Okay, so I found a video of the towers in 1999 at night, and just in case if it has the beacons that eventually will replace the incandescent. I'm not going to show you the actual footage just in case, because I don't want to spoil it any more than I have. Okay, good news. You still see it's still untamed. It still has an incandescent. And now it really is broken faster than it was in the last. By a blink. Man, you know, I wish both towers had strobes too with the incandescents. Alright, I found a video of the towers that was made in 2000. So if it doesn't have the strobes here, then that means that the strobes were added later on in 2000 or maybe 2001, which would be a very, very short time period for these beacons to be on that antenna. You know, I'm going. It's the videos takes place both in day and night, so I'm going to check out the video and see if it has a beacon. So I think it has right now. Oh my guys, look at this! Look at this! It looks like we have a long-lasting incandescent. Look, you can see the incandescent still on the tower. I saw a strobe somewhere else. You know, the way it's flashing now is similar to that one tower that I talked about earlier that was close to my house. That's how its incandescent flashed. It flashed like that. So, yeah. So, looks like the strobes replaced the incandescent in 2001 or later on in 2000. It looks like this video took place September 2000. There's literally these towers really only have one more year left. So that means that either if they were replaced after or a few months after, then that means that the strobes were not on the tower that long at all. So yeah, it's like it shocked me because I was just like, wait, September? Oh no. You know, my birthday's in September too, so thank God it's not on the day that the towers were destroyed, because I wouldn't want to celebrate it then, because that's a sad day. My birthday takes place 10 days after this incident. Or attack, actually. It's a terrorist attack. Alright, I'm pretty sure that wait, what am I pretty sure about? I don't know. I'm too used to saying that, but look at this. This looks awesome. See how you see all the clouds that are just covering these towers. It would be so magical to be up on the top of the very top of that antenna and experiencing this for yourself. That would be nice. That would be an awesome sight to remember. Alright, it's time. I kept on telling you guys that the incandescent on this antenna would eventually be replaced with strobe lights. So let me reveal what those strobe lights are. So this is something that I never thought that the tower would wield. It's a rare beacon in my area, at least. There's some batwing antennas, and that's ice too. It's kind of weird how the antenna is not in the middle of that. Okay, the big reveal is happening. Here it goes. Time to show the beacons. There they are in all its glory. It has two. It has two single strobes. Need a better shot of that. All right, all right. Like, you know, I think I can get it a little better. I accidentally paused the actual screen recording, confusing it with the pause button and stuff. All right, here it goes. All right, I think that's good enough. So there's its replacement. Two single strobes on top of each other. You got the one in the bottom, and then you got the one on top. So I'm pretty sure the one on bottom is the main one, the one that flashes, and then the top one is used for a backup. But maybe it's the opposite, and the top is used for the backup. I'm pretty sure the bottom is, but if the top is, and I would imagine why, because if the bottom one was working, the top one would easily block the top one would easily block the other beacon from helicopters, airplanes, and just any sort of aircraft that's right above the tower. So I can see that. I can see why they would do that. So but there is the top. The top's not glass. It doesn't reveal the light on top. It's only the sides. It's kind of weird how the top is not glass, so the entire beacon can flash, and not just the sides. I would imagine why they did that is probably because they didn't want the top glass to break due to from hail and weather, just all that stuff really. The tops, they just fly off anyways. A beacon collector that collected very rare box strobes and just rare beacons in general. He said he doesn't like modern medium intensity strobes like these because his problem with them is that the tops always fly off, and he doesn't like that. Yeah, that's the reason why he likes the old school strobes more than the more modern ones. So, there's the top in all its glory. It would be nice if both the beacons flashed, like that would be double brightness. So, yeah, just because of how tall it is, I would imagine it having box strobes and red strobes instead of this. So, instead of just two single strobes on top. So, if you guys noticed, you're able to see a little bit of red in both the beacons. And the main reason why is because FH306s. You can see on top, it has the FH306 flash. That's not the incandescent. Oh, now we got the news logo now. This here is the night before 9/11 too. So this here's the last video that you'll ever see at the towers at night, sadly. So I wonder if this news channel is what broadcast off that tall antenna. Not too sure, but yeah, it has two FH306s on top. That's very nice. That's very cool beacon setup this tower has. So, yep, it has two FH306s on the top of the antenna, and there's also 4 incandescents on the sides of the tower too. So yeah, it has a crazy beacon setup. This is like the only tower I know of that has its beacon set up. The only tower I know of that, yeah, has four incandescents and two FH306s. And I'm pretty sure the markers don't work anymore. The antenna itself doesn't have markers. It would be nice if it did, but it's markerless. So yeah, there it is and stuff. And telling by how you're able to see the incandescents flashing, and you're able to see the lights on the you're able to see steady lights on the tower. You can definitely see that the markers are still working just fine. And that's good news. I didn't think they worked anymore at this time. I could have sworn I seen pictures of them at night, and the markers were dead, just completely dead. I didn't think they were still around. And that was a surprise. So there's that. All right, so there's its beacon history, and this is the final time you'll see the tower. It's because this video is already like 26. This video is 26 minutes already. If I cover the other two towers in the same video, it's probably going to be like 10,000 days long. Like, yeah, the span of 10,000 days, basically. So, so I was originally going to talk about all three towers in one video, but I think I have to split it up into two videos. So today I talked about the first World Trade Center tower. Today we're going to be talking about the second one, the one that does not have that does not have the antenna. See you there. Bye.